Hello, everybody! My name's Zimmerman, and the game in the background is Torchlight 2. It's been a long time. And just in case you're wondering, why is it so, quiet in the background? It's because I completely removed all sound, mostly because of the fact that, well, my headset and the game's audio were recorded in the same audio stream on Fraps, and I really didn't like my audio. It was rather abysmal because it was 40 minutes. It started about the first 5 was really nice, halfway decent at the very least. And then after those first 5, I just slowly got more and more and more agitated as it went along, to the point of I was just mind-numbingly beating my face on the ground. It was really awful audio, to say the least, especially considering the fact that my headset was starting to dig into the top of my head. So imagine about 30 minutes in, me just start consistently swearing because of how painful it was of just kneading into my hair for some reason. I have no idea why, considering it has no sharp spots or places my hair could get caught into, so I have no clue why it would be possibly doing that. But anyway, is it just safe to say it wasn't exactly the way I wanted Torchlight 2 to kind of end up as. I wanted to do it all in one go and then have the audio just kind of worked in to the video itself, so you get little clips here and there of just me being humorous along with just the game audio itself, but sadly that's not the fact. So, just a little bit of highlights here, because considering the fact it's all clipped up, and the fact that it's been a very long time since the last Torchlight 2 video, it's probably best to remind everybody kind of where we were and what we've been doing. Essentially, we were sent out on two quests, to be honest. One quest to go find not a piece of armor, but like a sketch. Just a scroll that tells how to make armor, I guess. And also to hunt down this guardian and protect it from the alchemist, which, spoiler, if you haven't played the first Torchlight, the alchemist is actually one of the main characters you could have played in that game, and he becomes corrupted and evil, and it sounds a lot like Diablo 2, which, if you know anything about Torchlight, you would know it's made by Diablo 1 and 2 developers. So, it's probably more than just a little bit of a coincidence. But anyway, most of the 40 minutes was me kind of stumbling around a giant open field, just exploring every nook and cranny. There is a mission in there where I had to hunt down these pirates that this ghost wanted me to hunt down. He wanted peace in the afterlife and vengeance. So I have to hunt down the captain and all his treasure. So go storming into this cave where they crashed, just cutting through all of these skeleton pirates to their boat and taking on the captain himself. It was fun, but it wasn't that much of a challenge as far as a boss fight. He kind of went down pretty easily, and he was a bit derpier than I would have liked, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I actually did finally hunt down the golden key. Had to run all the way back to the very beginning of the area to open up the golden crate. Just to tell you what was in the golden crate, pretty much nothing. Like 20 gold and a white item. That was it. From a golden chest that you have to specifically hunt across the map for a golden key to get, and there's only one in the entire map. And the maps are huge. You'd think it would be better than a tiny bit of gold and a white item, but nope, that was all that was in the golden chest. So either that was the most disappointing chest of all time, or I just got really crappy luck, and I'm pretty sure I know what I would put my bets on. Anyway, after that, hunted down two mini bosses that you'll see here eventually, and chopped them up, got the armor set in good hands. Finally, kind of went around, went through the dungeon. By the time I got to the dungeon of the elemental spirit that I was supposed to save, I just stopped caring. I really stopped caring. My headset was getting to the point of aggravation. I was getting to the point of just being frustrated, and that was pretty much the point where I realized where I shouldn't do 40 minutes with my headset on, just filming random crap, because it could end very badly and just me extremely frustrated and annoyed. So it ended up with just me running through that place as fast as I possibly could. It probably would have taken upwards of an hour or maybe more if I actually decided to clear out that dungeon and go just loot hunting, but I couldn't be bothered. It just got to the point where I was so frustrated, and I was just like, nope, I'm done. I'm done here. So, eventually worked your way through and got to the hardest boss in the game yet. It wasn't the boss was difficult, but it wasn't the boss that really made it challenging. It was the ads. Because the ads had really annoying abilities, such as like summoning ethereal ghosts that just kind of seek you out, and just having a bunch of archers, or the ones I hate most from that dungeon are reflector orbs. Essentially, they have an ability where if you hit them, they can reflect that attack in a certain direction. So, if you're a ranged character and you have very fast attack speed, imagine just bullets going everywhere at you. It's not fun. It's not fun. But eventually, after I managed to work myself into a corner, I could actually stand down the enemy boss, and I just kind of blasted him to tiny little bits between my glaive and my two guns. Which, I'm actually surprised I survived that, to be honest. I thought he was going to wreck me, and it was just like, oh, he does no damage. That's interesting. But killed him, 3 chests, and his boss chest pretty much had nothing in it. It had 1 item that was useless to me. A bunch of gold and an ice ember spec, I believe it was. That was it. That was it. After all that boss, after all that exploring, after all that fighting, that was it. Yeah. It's safe to say that was pretty much the point where I got completely disappointed. Well, just because of 40 minutes of fighting. Hey, you finally got to the final boss. Oh, you finally completed the quest, and you get nothing of real value. It was kind of how I felt with the golden chest. And honestly, it's the first time I've really been frustrated with Torchlight 2. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting crappy rolls, or there's just something inherently wrong with the game. If I go further into it, I can clearly tell if I'm just getting crappy rolls or not, because you can't roll crappy forever. I would hope. But anyway, it was interesting, and I've learned a few things about not doing long extended periods with a headset on. If you're going to do long extended periods, I suggest a boom mic, or just a stand mic, or some kind of free floating mic so you could actually do things without something attached to your head. Yeah, it's rather unpleasant. It's something I need to think about in the future. Probably something I'm not going to get in the nearby future just because of the amount of money and just various other things like space. I have no room to put it because, well, my room's kind of just filled up here, but yeah, just something to think about. And something to think about Torchlight in the future. I actually do like this setup a lot more. I can get a lot more content done. I can just cut it down to the decent parts and then ship it out. I like it. I like it lots. Yeah. So, hopefully, this new kind of setup works. It's the same kind of setup I used for the Sonic Generation finale video. So I hope it works. I hope it's somewhat entertaining. Which, it's me. Why would I be entertaining? But hopefully, it's probably not going to be as funny as the other Torchlights because, well, at least if you like Rage, because instead of me just beating my head against the table, it's me just genuinely talking about the game either during or after, so it might be my head banging against the table. Who knows? I doubt it, though. I very well doubt it. So until next time, guys, I've been the Zero Man, and you have all been fantastic.